Empowering rural kids through VR art. Good evening, viewers. Greetings. Wake up to the most recent information and global breaking news. Salutations and welcome to our morning edition, in which we highlight the most significant news. Virtual reality opens doors for children living in rural areas, empowering their futures. Come join us for the most comprehensive coverage available anywhere every evening at PM to get your day ended on the right foot. To stay informed and ahead of the game, use Newsnish. Empowering rural kids through VR art. Envision an environment where students from remote areas may express their creativity using state-of-the-art technology. In the current digital era, rural towns are disadvantaged since access to cutting-edge tools like virtual reality VR is sometimes restricted to urban areas. But an amazing effort is rewriting this story by giving rural children access to VR art, which lets them explore new possibilities and let their imagination run wild. This project, led by committed organizations and individuals, is about more than just art. It's about empowering the next generation. Chapter 1. Using VR art to unleash creativity. The digital canvas. Traditional art supplies can be hard to come by in remote areas, but virtual reality technology is filling this gap with an immersive digital canvas. With the Open Brush software and the Oculus Quest headgear, kids may enter a virtual world where their creativity is unrestricted. With a range of strokes and colors to help them realize their artistic thoughts, the headset becomes their creative portal. They can paint vivid images, detailed patterns, and breathtaking landscapes that capture their distinct viewpoints with a simple flick of the wrist. The interactive journey. The creative process becomes an interactive experience with this VR setup. Children are not just drawing. They are creating in a three-dimensional environment where everything around them is changing. The creative process is made more interesting and pleasurable by the use of various brushes and textures, which add depth and realism. Along with honing their artistic abilities, kids gain confidence and learn how to express themselves via their experiments with this new media. Chapter 2. Preserving and disseminating creative works. Preserving art for eternity. Keeping these digital works of art preserved is one of the most fascinating aspects of VR art. Kids can take pictures of their artwork with the built-in camera on the Oculus Quest headset. A physical record of their inventiveness can then be obtained by saving, sharing, and even printing these photos. This talent is essential for encouraging pride in their work and a sense of success. Expanding our audience beyond their own fulfillment, these young artists may share their work with a wider audience thanks to digital capture. Through the use of commercial prints or online galleries, artists can showcase their works and receive support and recognition from a global audience of art fans. Their confidence is raised by this exposure, which also creates doors for possible career options in the art world. Chapter 3. Using 3D modeling to broaden your perspective. Transitioning from 2D to 3D painting is not the end of the trip. Rural children are introduced to the intriguing realm of 3D modeling through VR art. They are able to convert 2D artworks into dynamic 3D models by exporting them to websites such as Sketchfab. Through this approach, they are able to view their works from many perspectives, which improves their comprehension of design and spatial relationships. Business prospects. Moreover, the capacity to produce 3D models offers intriguing business prospects. Youngsters can experiment with the possibilities of 3D printing by making tangible versions of their computer drawings. Their practical exposure with cutting-edge technologies prepares them for future careers in design, engineering, and technology, by giving them invaluable skills that are extremely relevant in today's tech-driven world. Chapter 4. Uncovering augmented reality's magic. Bringing creations to reality. Children can record their entire creative process as MP4 augmented reality AR films, which adds even more magic. When seen on suitable devices, these videos combine the virtual and physical worlds, bringing the paintings to life. Consider a straightforward illustration of a bird changing into a realistic being that sings and flaps its wings. Both the producers and their audience are enthralled with this engaging encounter. The astonishing aspect. AR movies offer a fascinating and interactive approach to present art in a distinctive way. Seeing the entire creative process allows viewers to get a greater understanding of the artist's method and skill. This creative method of showcasing art demonstrates how VR and AR technology have the ability to completely transform the way we engage and experience creativity. Chapter 5. Using VR art to build a future. Developing young minds. Virtual reality art is a strong instrument for empowerment that is being introduced to rural youngsters, and it is more than just a technological marvel. We are giving these young brains the opportunity to think creatively and follow their passions by giving them access to cutting-edge artistic tools and platforms. Children can see that their ambitions are achievable through this effort, which develops self-confidence, creativity, and invention. An appeal for intervention. Communities, organizations, and individuals who believe in the transformative potential of art and technology must work together for this program to succeed. We'd like to ask you to work with us to use VR art to empower children in rural areas. Your assistance, whether it takes the form of time donations, equipment contributions, or just spreading the news, can have a big impact. By working together, we can make a world in which every child is given the chance to realize their creative potential and unleash their limitless creativity. In summary, observing the transformation of rural kids into virtual reality artists makes it evident that this program has enormous potential to foster creativity and create better futures. These young brains have an exceptional avenue for exploration and development, because to the convergence of VR technology, artistic expression, and business potential. In addition to improving their lives, our support of this project is opening the door for a more inventive and diverse art industry. That brings an end to our morning schedule. But don't venture too far. We'll be back at 6 o'clock a.m. with additional news you should be aware of. Join us again as we take a closer look at the major news of the day, but from the unique perspective of our morning anchor. Remember that knowledge is power, and that the more you know, the more adept you are at navigating your surroundings. Thus, make it a habit to tune into Newsnish every morning at 6 and every evening at 6. Mark this on your calendars. We'll see you then.